Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Thursday. We're going to go ahead and get started here in just a second. Looks like we've got some people that are joining on Zoom as well as on a YouTube stream. So just to make sure we're ready to go here. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so excited to be here today with all of you guys. Thanks for taking some time out of your busy Thursday so we can talk about using Maple to help plan Thanksgiving. I cannot believe that the holidays are right around the corner. Last time I checked, it was like August. I don't know where the time went. And I'm sure so many of you can relate to that fact as well. Time just flies by this time of year. So I'm super glad that we've got Maple to help us get organized quickly, efficiently, so that we can have a minimally stressful Thanksgiving day with our families. Just in case some of you are new, Maple is a free app that helps families organize and manage our households together. Maple is available on iPhone, Android, and on the web. And you can access our web app by visiting growmaple.com. I also want to introduce myself. My name is Courtney. I am from the Bay Area in California. I am a community developer at Maple, as well as a mom to my 3-year-old son, Decker. My husband and I use Maple to help plan and manage our lives, especially for this Thanksgiving, which I'm going to show you today. So I'm super excited to be here and show you exactly how we're going to do that. If you have any questions, please feel free to go into the Q&A at the bottom of your Zoom during our session today, where our other community members, Lauren and Danielle, will be accessible to answer any questions. So that being said, let's get started. How many people want help planning for Thanksgiving this year? Raise your hand. I can't see you, but I'm assuming everyone's raising their hand. So as you can see on the screen, I do have my app open on my phone. So while I'm talking, I will be showing you live through my web app or on iOS on my iPhone how we're going through step by step. So first, when you log into your Maple account, this is your home landing page where you land, where you can see all of the current plans in your household. There are 2 separate tab views at the top, allowing you to go back and forth between your personal home content, as well as a tab for our newly added browser in the top right-hand corner, which we'll dive into in just a few minutes. To create a new plan, in this case for Thanksgiving next week, I'm going to simply press the black diamond icon at the very bottom right-hand corner, and then we're going to walk through filling the format. So I just press that icon, and you can see it's asking me for a plan name. So I am going to name this Thanksgiving. I'll just name it Thanksgiving. I'm going to change my little shopping cart emoji here to a turkey so I can make it really festive. And then my plan color here is also going to tie in to another feature later on that I'll talk about. So for Thanksgiving, we're just going to note I'm going to choose orange because it feels festive for this year. And then I can also choose to add who has visibility to this plan within my household. For this example, the only person I'm going to give access to is my partner, Lauren. So I'm going to uncheck Austin and Pearl so that this way Lauren is only checked and she'll be the only one that has access to modifying and tweaking this plan with me. So after I do all those steps to just create the initial plan, I'm going to press create. And then you can see on the bottom bar, it changed from a lighter color to a darker black. So it just kind of tells you you're working within of your plan. There are 3 different types of execution tools within a plan. You can see them in the middle icons right there, and notes, to-dos, and events. First, we're going to start with notes. This is where I put the broader scope of my ideas, inspiration photos, hyperlinks with recipes I've saved or recipes I've gotten from friends, etc. So we're going to start by creating our first note. So I'm going to tap to my note icon and press that black diamond again and name my note. So the first thing I want to start with when I'm thinking about Thanksgiving is doing my menu and my guest list. So I'm going to make that a combined note right here. And then I'm going to press the plus sign, and you'll see it takes me into a nice blank page that is just waiting for all the information I'm going to pour into it. There is a full text editor on the bottom where you have things like header, bullet points, numbered points, bold, underline, italicized, hyperlink, ability to add images. In the top left corner, you can see the image icons where you can either upload a pre-saved photo or take a photo in that moment to log something. So many options here to get your note page exactly how you want to see it. So to start, I'm going to do my menu first. So I'm going to, actually, I'm going to use the header button here, and I'm going to name this menu. And I'm going to come down. I'm going to use my bullet points now. I think about what I want to serve for Thanksgiving. So I have to have a turkey. So I'm going to put down a turkey first. I also want stuffing. I'm just pressing enter after I type these things so that it just takes me to the next line with a bullet point. I want pumpkin pie for sure. See if I can type today. And then I'll probably add some other things later. That's just to start. I'm going to enter down. I'm going to do another fresh header and start my guest list so I can get a really good count on how many people I'm going to need to be cooking for next week. I'm then going to press enter, and I'm going to use my numbered points for this so it can keep track of exactly how many people I've got. I know that I need to count myself, so I'm going to do that first. I know Lauren's going to come. And I'm not sure who else we are going to invite. So I think I'm going to press done for now. And I'm going to go back into my main plan view, and I'm going to use the chat feature in the bottom left-hand corner, where, as you recall, I invited Lauren to have access to viewing this plan. I'm going to chat Lauren. You can see she already left me a nice message. Yay, thank you for kicking this off. What a supportive partner she is. So I'm going to message Lauren and say, hey, can you please add invitees to my guest list? And I'm going to press message. So now when we'll start working on our other notes within our Thanksgiving plan, she can go ahead and add some more people. So we're going to start our second note here. So I'm going to go back into my notes tab. You can see my menu and guest list note is already there. I'm going to press that black diamond again to do a new note. And I'm going to start working on my turkey recipe. Press that plus sign. So to start, before we met today, I went ahead and went online, found my turkey recipe that looked super easy. So I'm going to first go grab that recipe here. It looks like it's from tastebetterfromscratch.com. So to start, I want to go ahead and hyperlink this in case I need to go back to the website directly for any kind of information. So I'm going to cut this website link, go back to my turkey recipe note, and just say link to recipe. And I'm going to highlight that text, press my handy hyperlink button, and just paste my URL. It's super easy. And I'm going to press done. Great. And now I also had already saved a photo from my turkey, and I want to insert that picture of my turkey so that I know what I want to aspire to. So my turkey looks nice on my table. So I'm going to enter down to a new line, press that picture icon in the top left-hand corner, and go to my Thanksgiving turkey inspo and select that picture and let that take just a quick second to load. So now I've got my picture there for my recipe. It looks great, doesn't it? So now what we're going to do is I want to paste that recipe from the website to my note so that I can reference it later. So I'm going to go back over to my recipe that I had found and copy and paste that information. What I like to do with internet recipes, since there's so many ads and things like that that can get copy and pasted and make it paste a little funky, I like to press print recipes so it takes me to a really nice clean text version. And then I can go through and just select all of this to copy and paste over. So it looks like it's almost got all of it now. That's about good. Oh, excuse me. Great. Now I'm going to press copy, go back over to my turkey recipe note and press paste. Look how nice that looks. It all just went right over, ready to roll. This will make it so much easier on next Thursday when I just need to access this recipe quickly. But again, I've got the link at the top in case I need to go back and check it back out. Let's see. Oh, it looks like I got a chat notification just came through that Lauren finished updating the guest list. So let's go back to my guest list note. Let's see here. I'm going to give that just a quick second to load, and I'll go back and reference that in just a second. So there's one last thing I know that I need to get some help or inspiration with for Thanksgiving, and it's my table setting. Setting the vibe is so important for me when I'm entertaining, even if it's just our family for a special holiday. This is the perfect example for us to go and use Browser. So I'm going to go home to my homepage where I can go and click back into that Browser page. Oh, as you can see here, here's her little chat. Why don't I go back and check my guest list here one more time? Oh, look, there we go. So we've got 12 people coming for Thanksgiving, including myself. And the great thing is we can both kind of tweak this as we get new information or invite new people. So that's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to say, just chat her real quick inside this Thanksgiving plan chat and say, thank you for updating. Wonderful. Okay, so let's go back to our home and let's talk about Browser. So when I click over to that Browser icon in the top right-hand corner, you can see that there are all these wonderful tabs along the bottom. There's a featured plan of the day. There's a newest feed that can talk you through or show you, excuse me, all the latest plans that have just been uploaded to the browser. And these are all from just different families and households that are publishing their content. Which is great. And they come fully to do with to-dos and events and notes, and you can see exactly what comes in a plan on this little preview. So you can see, here's the DIY holiday photo backdrop. You could see in the summarization on the middle of the page, there's one note, there's 8 to-dos, and there has some hashtags or filters there that can help you find it later. So this is just a great tool. And again, I need help with my table settings. So I'm going to use the search function in the the bottom left corner, and I'm going to search table settings. So I type that out and I'm going to press search. And I can see that this Moody fall table setting is actually perfect. I like that. I just needed some inspiration and ideas about what I want my table to look like. So I'm going to tap into this plan. I can see all the information that is already uploaded for me, which makes it so much easier. And I'm going to press use it. And again, I can choose who has access to this specific table setting plan because it's going to copy it over to my homepage. So I'm going to uncheck everyone else and just keep Lauren and myself as the Maple members that are going to have access to this plan. So I'm going to press OK. And now it says I can view it. So when I view it, it has now populated to the top of my plan feed within my homepage. So easy. I love it. So let's go in and look at this plan. So when I go in the notes, I can see there's one note here, and there's pictures and hyperlinks and all this information that's going to help me set my table for Thanksgiving. This makes it so much easier. I love it. There's to-dos as well. This is great. Oh, and reminders to set my table. It's just really all done for me. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this note and actually move it over to my Thanksgiving plan. So to do that, I'm just going to click into my Moody fall table setting note. I'm going to press the more icon in the top right-hand corner. And I'm going to say, I can make a copy or I can move it. Either one works. For this sake, I'm just going to move plans, and I'm going to move it over to my Thanksgiving plan. So now you can see it disappeared from my Moody fall table setting. I could have selected copy if I wanted to. And I'm going to go back to my home and open Thanksgiving and look at my notes. I'm just going to let this load. Sorry for 1 second. My internet is just being a little shoddy. Go into my notes. There's my Moody fall table setting with all the information in there that I need. It looks so great. I think the one last thing I wanted to get a little bit of help for were side dish ideas. I don't have any family recipes that I want to save. So why don't we go check out the holiday section in the browser and download maybe some side dish options. I'm going over to my browser tab. I'm going to scroll the bar on the bottom until I see holidays. And I'm going to find, look at that, holiday side dish recipes. That looks delicious and perfect for Thanksgiving next week. So I'm going to do the same thing I did the last time, click into that and press use it. Same thing, I'm just going to give Lauren and I access to this one, and I'm going to press OK. And now I'm going to view it. I went ahead and copied over to my homepage, which is great. If I click into that and go into my notes, there's all these different recipes in here with pictures and everything. For the sake of time, I'm going to leave that for now, and I will revisit it later when I'm planning this weekend. But that's how you use Browser, and it's been a great tool when I'm feeling stumped or just need some inspiration or ideas. So I hope you guys feel the same. Now that we're done talking about notes, we're going to move over our to-dos feature. The to-dos section is where I make a list of things that I need to accomplish. I love to use to-dos as a way to keep track of what I'm doing, but also as a way to delegate to my husband or our nanny that may be helping me out during the week. It just gives me as all eyes really on what's being completed and what needs to be done. So there's so many sub features that make to-dos really powerful, whether it's assigning them to someone else, setting reminders. There's a note space if you want to copy and paste links or just make other comments. I like to use the sections feature in to-dos as well, which you'll see in just a second. That just helps keep me more visually organized. So let's dive into how to create one. So I'm going to go back into my Thanksgiving plan, press my to-dos, and you can see there's just a blank canvas for me here. Let's see, what do I need to do for Thanksgiving? I need to order the turkey, and I know that needs to be done probably at least a week in advance. So like today or tomorrow, I need to order my turkey. So let's do our first to do. I'm going to press that black diamond icon in the bottom right-hand corner, and I'm going to say order turkey. I'm going to start a separate section for all my ingredients and herbs and spices and things I need to get from the grocery store. So I'm going to name this section. I just add a section name, and I'm going to just name this turkey. Very straightforward. I also know that, again, I need to do that. We'll say by tomorrow. So I'm going to add a date, and I'm going to mark tomorrow. I can add a time if I need to. I don't necessarily, actually, let's do it. Let's add a time. So I'm going to say 1 p.m. tomorrow. I would like a reminder or a push notification from Maple that I need to order my turkey by 1 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm going to press OK, and it sets that timer of a reminder for me. And then now that I think about it, I don't really want to have to do that. I think Lauren should order the turkey. So I'm going to click for who and select Lauren's avatar and profile right here and press Lauren. And I'm going to press done. And you can see now it has Lauren's avatar and her name within this to do. And I'm going to press add. You can put as much or as little information in your to-dos as you want. There's a lot of capability within the to-do to make it as personal or specific as you need it. So you can see now I have a turkey section, and it says order turkey with a reminder on November 18th at 1 p.m. Looks great. I also need to, now that I was thinking about it, I don't have a meat thermometer, and I would really like to make sure that I have that. So I'm going to go over to Amazon. I think I saved a meat thermometer here already. Oh, look, I did. But I know that I need to check out with that, and I haven't done it yet. So I'm going to just copy this link, and I'm going to make myself a to-do here, and I'm going to press that black diamond again, and I'm going to say order meat thermometer. And you can see I still have it in that turkey section below. So I'm going to press plus, and then I do want to add that hyperlink. So I'm actually going to go back into my to-do, and I'm going to go into my notes, and I'm going to paste that meat thermometer, and I'm going to press save. So now I've got all the information right where I need it. Or if Lauren's feeling so inclined to come and help me out when I'm not expecting it, all the information is there for her. There is the ability to also drag and drop items if you need to between sections. You cannot do that with full sections yet, but it is coming. But for now, that just makes it really easy to move things really quickly and easily. Okay, so let's start thinking about another section that I might need to do, which is my table setting, the plan that we had downloaded before. And I know that I have some of those items already, but I know that I need to buy candles for my table. So I'm going to do one more to do that says buy candles. And I'm going to add that in, and then, oops, I accidentally put it in the turkey tab or turkey section, excuse me. So I'm going to click buy candles. I'm going to click turkey, the section that it's in, and I'm going to create a new section that's called table setting. I'm going to press done and save. And now I have a second section as well. It's table setting and my turkey items. So again, I just like this view. It keeps it really categorized for me, and that's just really, really helpful. So now we are going to hop into the third feature of making a plan, which is events. Which is that icon right next to to-dos on the very bottom. These are your calendar reminders to get the turkey in the oven at a specific time, to turn on the football game at kickoff. The greatest part is that you can get or you can really easily integrate your Google Calendar for one view if that's your current main calendaring system. And I'll show you how to do that in just a second, or how that looks. But what's nice about the calendaring in Maple is that when I go to my vacation plan, for example, I can see all the calendar events that pertain just to that specific plan that I'm in or for that vacation. So it's a great feature, another view to help keep you organized. So let's go ahead and create our first event. I'm going to put in my first reminder here to set the table. So let's do set the table. And I know I like to do this the day before Thanksgiving, so it's one less thing to tackle the day of. So I'm going to change this date to next Wednesday. And I am going to add a comment down here in my notes and say reference note for table setting. Awesome. And I'm going to uncheck this being an all-day event, and I'm going to say, at 12 p.m. next Wednesday sounds like a pretty good option. And I'm going to get a reminder 10 minutes before. I also think that one less thing for me to worry about would be, I put in the reference table setting. Okay, I think we're good on this one. I'm going to press add. And now I've got my table setting reminder in there. I also want a reminder to put my turkey in the oven. So I'm going to do put turkey in oven. Again, just by way of that black diamond icon in the bottom right-hand corner. Put turkey in the oven. I'm going to set that for the 24th, uncheck all day, and I'm going to make sure that at 10 a.m. my turkey needs to go into the oven. Perfect. That looks great. It's going to keep me so on time next Thursday, versus setting a million timers off on my phone and not knowing what they're for. This is going to be awesome. And then one last event that I want to add is going to be game kickoff. It's football games, part of Thanksgiving Day. So we're going to press that black diamond icon, put in game kickoff, and I'm going to change the day to next Thursday. And I'm going to say the game is at 1 p.m. and press OK. Awesome. I've got 3 events now put into my Thanksgiving plan. So now I want to show you how these events look on the main calendar view, so that you can see the calendar of the calendar icon actually reflects the plan color that I chose at the beginning of my plan creation, which you may recall is orange. So if I go back to my home view, you can see on the second icon from the bottom right says calendar. And here you can change your different views to day, week, month, just by clicking that icon in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to say I want to look at the month view, so I can see all that I have going on. You can see on the 23rd, I have my orange set the table icon here. Oh, excuse me, I'm going to go into my day view. There we go. And I'm going to scroll down, and you can see on next Wednesday, I have my orange set the table icon, again, because the color references the plan color that I had picked at the beginning. So just another view for you, depending on how you like to look at it. And then if I go back and click plans, I'm back at my home. So, all right, guys, I think that's pretty much it. I've gotten a great head start on planning Thanksgiving. We will have another 30-minute workshop to show people how to publish their plans. So look for an email coming your way if you're interested in joining that. This is also recorded. It will be sent out, and will also be on our blog. So if you need any planning resources in the interim, they're also available on the Maple website at growmaple.com/planning. I hope today was helpful for everyone so we can all get our planning done in advance we can go into the holidays prioritizing enjoying more time together, which is truly what life and family is all about. It's a really good time of year to remind us to be thankful. And I know I'm thankful for Maple making my life easier at home, and for all of you guys spending time with me here today. So happy Thanksgiving. Everyone have a great week, and we will see you next time.